Hi everybody, it's Dr. Doni from Vita Chiropractic. So this week's tip of the week, we want to talk about our theme of this month, which is Spring into Health, but specifically this week we're talking about mental health. So I want to talk about our mindset, our attitude, our thoughts, and how that contributes to our health. So first I want you to kind of play along with me and think about a scenario where maybe you're with a coworker or a friend or a family member. And would you ever verbally say this to somebody? Would you say to somebody, God, you look fat today? Or would you say, oh, you're really dumb? Or you did so poorly in that job, you're not going to be successful, you're not going to amount to anything. Would you ever say those things to another human being? Now, most of us, the answer would be no. Obviously, you would never verbally say that to someone because you would be hurting their feelings and putting them down. And frankly, it's rude, right? You'd never say that. But then think about how you talk to yourself when you look at yourself in the mirror, or when you're thinking about a job that you've done or something. We would never say these things to other people, but if we're honest with ourselves, we probably say these things to ourselves. Think about, even just your appearance. When you look at yourself in the mirror, what are you saying to yourself? We should be saying positive things, but a lot of times we're actually saying things that we would never actually say to another human being. But the reality of these negative statements that we say to ourselves often is every time you say a negative thing like that, it actually increases your stress hormones in your body. So cortisol and adrenaline, and it causes negative reactions in the brain that really do affect our health over time. They cause more tension in the body. So if you want to connect it to chiropractic care, your negative thoughts, that stress, emotional stress, will cause more subluxations and tension in your body. So it can affect your healing and your chiropractic results. But overall, it's more than that. It really does affect your overall health and well-being, and makes you more prone to chronic illness. So it's something that you really want to think about. What can you do to change the way you're thinking? And there's one strategy in particular, it's called affirmations. So an affirmation is basically a positive statement. So whatever that negative thing that you're thinking about, you want to say the opposite of it. So if it has something to do with money, okay? If you're really stressed about money and you're instead of, in your head thinking, God, I have no money, God, I have no money, oh, this sucks, change that, recognize it, and say the complete opposite. Money is abundant in my life. I am super successful. I'm going to find a job. Everything's really positive. So if you can change the way you're saying, or if it's appearance, instead of looking at yourself and saying, God, I'm ugly, change that thought process and out loud verbally look at yourself and say, I'm beautiful. I'm pretty. I look great. Be more confident in that way. Now there is what we've been doing with patients is affirmations. So we actually have a list of really positive statements. If you want a little more help with this, talk to us about this when you're in the office. But we have a list of this, and you can kind of go through and check the ones that apply to you, and we'll put together a package for you. And it's something that you can take home and you can read out loud multiple times a day to really start to change that process in your brain to start thinking more positively. So two options. You can even start to recognize when you're doing it and be like, no, cancel that thought and say the complete opposite of it. Or do something like this where you're on purpose saying it, say 3 times a day. You say these affirmations out loud 10 times. And slowly over time, you start to change your mindset to become way more positive, which is something that can really help your health, help you spring into better health, and help your chiropractic results. So please let us know if you have any questions about this, and we're here to help you with this, because it can have such a huge positive effect on your life. Thanks, bye.